welcome to Better Call Saul Before Breaking Bad, a podcast where I, Kent Meslowski, for reasons of obsessive-compulsive disorder, force my friend Steve Ignat to watch Better Call Saul and then Breaking Bad in chronological order. This is Better Call Saul Before Breaking Bad.
So, how's it going, everybody? I am your host, Kent Meslowski. This is your co-host,
Steve Ignat.
and this is Better Call Saul Before Breaking Bad. We just watched Season 4, Episode 1,
Entitled.
Smoke.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, right off the bat, we have to shout out Dave Porter.
Shit.
The music
Yes.
in this episode and all episodes.
Yes. Every episode.
It's spectacular.
There's been some music that I didn't like, but it wasn't because it wasn't good. It was because it just wasn't to my liking. If that makes any
Way to keep that
sense
energy
at
going,
all.
Steve. So, the first scene, Jimmy wakes up, and like at first, it almost seems like they're showing Chuck's house because
Yeah.
you see these embers floating.
And it was kind of a fade from one to the other.
It was just kind of showing, I think, that Chuck's death was overshadowing
yeah,
Jimmy,
yeah.
even though he didn't quite know it. Although he woke up as soon as that ember touched him.
Oh, I didn't see
That
the
like
ember
as
touch
the
him.
embers were disappearing,
Yeah.
there was one that like floated down onto him,
Huh.
and that was when he woke up
I missed that.
before the alarm went off.
That was it, dude.
Dave Porter.
Another thing. If you haven't noticed it, since he's gotten that fish, and I know you have, whenever they show him feeding his fish, he is looking at the camera angle is looking at him,
Mm-hmm.
content, feeding his fish.
Yeah.
He's always content.
Simple.
Yeah.
Buddhist.
Yeah, really. Yeah, exactly. Very Zen-like.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yay, I'm feeding my fish."
Yeah. It doesn't have to be anything. There's no politics to me feeding my
Right.
fish. I don't have to have a degree or, there's
Yeah.
no feeding my fish association.
He's just Jimmy feeding his fish.
Yeah. Why
And-
can't it just be simple?
And so he ignores the call from Howard
Yep.
after while he's eating and looking through the want ads for work to do.
Yeah.
And then wakes Kim up with some coffee. Well, Kim's already up, I guess. Yeah. Wrapping her arm.
Yeah, he brings her coffee, so she can have coffee before she takes her shower. She's
Yeah.
wrapping her cast.
That's why she was wrapping her
Uh-huh.
cast. Okay. Been a while since I've had a cast.
Never had a cast.
I've
Just
About
seen it portrayed in a lot of movies.
21 years
Yeah.
and a month. 2 months.
Never.
Not that I'm counting.
Right. So Howard ends up calling the landline, and that's
Kim
how
Wexler's
Jimmy.
phone.
What?
Kim Wexler's phone.
Yeah. So exactly. So he clearly knows that they're together.
Yeah.
And that's how Jimmy finds out that his brother has died.
Yeah.
So
And
they
then-
book to Chuck's house.
They ride as hard as they can, ride like the wind with their yellow Esteem,
Again,
one red door.
shout out to Dave Porter.
Yeah.
No sound effects, no audio whatsoever, just the music.
Yeah.
While that Esteem is just tearing down the road.
Yeah.
Really gives it a sense of urgency.
Hmm.
Beautiful choice.
I agree.
So he gets to Chuck's house, and we get that awesome one shot of him and Kim on the bench with all
Yeah.
the firefighters behind him.
Yeah. That was arduous. It was just going through all that with
Yeah.
him, and I
You're
was
with him.
nearly in tears.
Yeah.
How can you? Yeah.
Chuck was an important figure in the show and in Jimmy's life and
apparently,
in a lot of
Yeah.
people's lives.
he was everything to everyone.
Yeah. which that might make you go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No shit. But
That's
so
the
then,
that's the other thing about his house, is he finds out that all of his appliances are out on the lawn.
yeah, yeah, and the firemen didn't do that.
Right.
Like crazy. Figured out, yeah, he had a relapse.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Of
what?
whatever it was.
What was the next scene?
So the next scene is Mike's last day
Yeah.
working in the
He
parking
looks
pagoda.
weirdly in his little glass box.
Yeah.
He looks much like Jimmy does when Jimmy's feeding his fish
It's like the opposite.
through his glass box.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Layers upon layers.
Yes.
Vince Gilligan.
Really digging this. So he goes home. Mike goes home for his day, for his last day. Boss wants his windbreaker back.
That's right. Not the shirt, but the
I'm
windbreaker.
sure he does.
Yep. Of course he does. Yeah. So he now gets to hang out with his granddaughter.
Yeah.
And we see what became
I
of
like.
the hose.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that he teases his granddaughter like anybody would.
Yeah.
You know? You tease your grandkids.
Yeah. Mike's a straight up beast.
Yep.
But he cares about his family.
Yeah.
It all comes back to caring about his family.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Did you notice Kaylee's mom, her scrubs had dragonflies all over?
No.
Yeah, I just happened to see that. I
Was
think because
there?
the TV's so big.
There was something to do with dragonflies. Like that's a thing in her life. She
I wouldn't
loves
be shocked. Dragonflies, I think, and I could be wrong, but I think they symbolize like spirits.
Huh.
And so it could have something to do with like her, her husband, the reason that she's a widow,
Right.
like kind of hanging over her and like
Huh.
being a part of who she is. I don't know. I don't know what they actually intended when they did that,
Well,
but I did notice
yeah.
that that is kind of it's kind of a symbol for her as a dragonfly.
Personally, I don't think it meant much of anything but something to her character. I mean, that maybe we're not supposed to know.
Well, like scrubs have all kinds of like patterns.
Oh yeah.
But I thought the fact that it was dragonflies was kind of noteworthy.
Yeah. Gosh, I'm not even gonna elaborate on that because the story that I had was, damning. It was just damning.
So, the next scene, Mike gets his first check.
Yep.
From Madrigal.
Yeah.
And it's a little over 10,000.
Which is
it's his money though. Like they're paying him with his money.
Yeah. Of course, they're laundering his money.
They're just giving him a
stolen drug money.
A plausible reason to have the money.
Yeah.
And
you can tell that he something ain't right with him.
Yeah, he's like,
I'm not doing anything.
I'm a security consultant?
Yeah.
Well, I should consult on their security.
And he sure as hell does. Oh my.
So then Howard calls Jimmy.
Yeah. With the rundown on the on the
Chuck's obituary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I noticed something about the obituary. Everything. I mean, Chuck. It was all. They didn't talk much about Chuck's family.
Right. Yeah. It was primarily about his.
Came from his mom, but everything in Chuck's life was. He was first at this. He was. Magna cum laude. He was the youngest to do this. He was. Everywhere he excelled in everything.
Yeah.
And you're going, huh? He had a little bone of competition in him,
Well, yeah, he made his mother proud.
Yeah.
Jimmy made his mother laugh.
Yeah.
That was their, that's their conflict.
Yeah.
Is no matter what Chuck did, Chuck is never funny, and he's nowhere near as funny as Jimmy.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to deliver a joke. He doesn't understand comedy. Jimmy understands people And
Yeah.
so,
He was relatable.
yeah, as a result of that, like, he's funny.
Yeah.
He's easy, he's breezy, and so, like, he can be funny. He can just charm people.
Amazing.
Chuck's not charming.
No, definitely not. Well, Chuck's not anything now.
Right.
Chuck's, for all intents and purposes, cremated.
Yeah. Chuck's smoke.
Oh.
Very next scene, we see Don Hector.
Yeah.
Being put into the ambulance.
Yep. Hauled off.
So he's not dead.
He had a stroke.
He's in the ambulance. And then we see that same shot of Nacho handing off the pills to the EMT.
Yeah.
But from a different angle. And we see that definitely Gus was watching.
Yeah. Gus is like, this is weird.
And Gus definitely doesn't want anybody who's not Gus to kill Hector.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, he's like committed to hating Hector.
Yeah, don't hate Hector more than I do.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Don't you make this a competition. Because I will win.
Yeah.
And then immediately they have a gangster conference.
Yeah. A little meeting. A sit down. But it wasn't a sit down, really. It was a stand up.
It was a stand up meeting. Yep. Yeah. Basically, they say that everything's going to continue exactly as it did before.
Yeah.
With no hiccups.
I wonder if that means, because you look at Nacho and the worry in his face, it looks more than I attempted to kill this guy. It looks more than that.
Mm-hmm.
The worry on his face, especially after he's told nothing is going to change, everything's going to work right on time, nothing's going to, everything's going to be right.
Mm-hmm.
And this is always going to be that territory.
You think maybe Nacho was like thinking that perhaps Gus would try to make a move on that territory, like while Hector was down?
Maybe.
And when he didn't, he was surprised and kind of shocked.
I wouldn't put it past him. Okay, but I think that maybe Nacho was thinking, "Oh crap! The old man Don Hector wanted my dad involved.
Mm-hmm.
Well, now what am I going to do?"
Right. Well, except Don Hector wanted to use Nacho's dad's shop to like import drugs.
Yeah.
And Don Hector was told that Gus's way is the only way.
Okay.
So it doesn't mean that like Don Hector wouldn't have still tried to do it, but like now he's incapacitated, and I don't think anyone else wants to do it that way. I don't know, but like that would be my guess, is now that he's incapacitated. And then at the same time, so now Gus gets no pushback on how he wants to bring stuff in.
Right.
Like it's all
hopefully not
harmonized.
Yeah. As harmonic as it could be.
Yeah, it's harmonious. Harmonious gangsterism. So but both Nacho and Ponytail Guy are told that if they do well, like they could be they could be rich, they could be powerful, they could do very well.
Not so many words.
The very next scene, Nacho drives to a bridge and chucks the pills off a bridge.
It was poetic. He tossed them off poetically.
Yeah.
Like, crap.
In such a way that like it was obvious that he was throwing something off a bridge.
Yeah.
Something that was probably evidence. And sure enough, somebody's watching. Yeah. And that somebody is Gus's guy.
Yep.
And Gus's guy
fucking scary.
Has planted a tracker in Nacho's vehicle.
Probably a gas cap.
Probably. That seems to be their MO.
Standard MO.
Yep.
SOP.
So, the very next scene is a random guy leaves his house on his way to work.
Yeah.
Fixes a bike chain. Discovers his car battery is dead.
I'm trying to figure out who this fucker is.
Yeah.
I'm like, what something bad is going to happen.
Right?
Like,
When the kid shows up, you're like, no, don't kill that kid.
I was thinking the opposite. I was like, I didn't know it was a kid.
I hope that kid doesn't kill him.
I was like, oh no, yeah, I hope that kid doesn't kill him. I'm like, oh,
it's gonna roll up on a bicycle and just be like,
Oh, yeah.
"What's up, Mister?
fuck the
What
car.
you got
I'll do
in that
a motherfucking
wallet?"
walk by. Yeah.
This isn't The Wire, but they do that. They do that in The Wire.
Oh, hey, did you know? In August of this year, of 2018, that is. Sorry. In August of 2018, "Fuck the Police" was 30 years old. Just a weird thing.
It's important. It's important that you said that. So we, in the very shot, we see Mike, and he's got the security pass from this guy that we just saw, and
Yeah.
he's now in Madrigal, and he's walking around, and he's just checking their security all
Oh, I
over.
love it.
He hacks the break room.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it was mind blowing how he dealt with the guys
Looking
who
at
came
donuts.
in. Nothing suspicious about him at
No,
all.
nope.
And also, he had a clipboard, and if you have a clipboard, nobody gets to mess with you. I had a teacher in high school who told me, he was a journalism teacher, and he told me that if you have either a camera or a clipboard, nobody will question you. You
Yep.
can just go anywhere.
Yep.
More so the clipboard now than the camera. Mike goes everywhere in a golf cart.
Yeah.
He just keeps picking up
Yep.
different like trappings
Yeah.
of authority. He just
Yeah.
keeps going, and he gets a flashlight, and then he gets a vest,
Well,
and then he gets a golf cart.
he knows how to walk into a place like he owns it.
Mhm.
And it goes back to what he would. You think, oh, what was he thinking? Because he doesn't talk much.
Mm-hmm.
This Mike character.
Yeah.
Love it. Sometimes it's what you don't say, but yeah, Mike's character. He doesn't talk much, but the looks on his face sometimes when he's not poker faced up, you're like, oh, he's thinking about what he's going to do.
Mm-hmm.
Before he went on to that next scene, in that last scene that he was in, he was like, oh, I'm a security consultant. You know what? I think I'm going to legitimize my job.
Right. Yeah. That way, I think if someone asks,
Mm-hmm.
hey, what's that guy do? You
Yeah.
say, oh, well, you remember that memo that went out that said that we can't put confidential files
Yep.
in the trash anymore?
Yep.
He did that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I fucking hate that guy. But,
Yeah.
like,
But it's well known who he
he's
is
legitimate.
now. Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody, they can't say, we don't know who that guy is.
Yeah.
Nobody can say that at all.
So, Don Hector bought a little ice cream place. And meanwhile, Gus is hooked up with this German international corporation.
Conglomerate. Yeah, it's spectacular.
It's the same scale as Hector brought in his rubber banded rolls.
Yeah.
And then Gus comes in with the nicely plastic wrap.
Bricks of money.
This is the only way that I will take my money from now on. So,
yeah, that's a good scene too.
yeah, it's a great scene. It just shows it's like, oh, Gus is a player. That guy who was sweeping up at the chicken restaurant, that guy?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. No bones. He ain't fucking around.
So Mike returns the pass and just dimes out the whole place.
Oh my god. That was so good.
Just earns his pay.
Yeah.
Would you pay 10 grand for that? I would.
Yeah.
If I was an international corporation,
Yeah.
like, that's really good work, Mike.
Yeah.
And Mike doesn't have a job, so he's just like, well,
Mike,
this is my job.
Guaranteeing he has a job.
Yeah.
I mean, especially, he says, like, what did he say? Oh, you tell what's her face, the girl.
Mm-hmm. Lydia Rodarte
Lydia.
Quayle.
Yeah. You tell Lydia whatever. I can't remember the line, but
I didn't hear that you'd be coming. Yeah, well, you wouldn't, would you? Maybe you should call corporate Lydia Redart Quayle.
Yeah.
Well, you go to the website and it'll show that she's like really, really high
Oh
up. Maybe.
God.
Oh,
And when Mike is in the break room, back to the break room,
yes.
like they're like, "Hey, will you sign Muffy's birthday card?" And
Yes.
he's like, "I can do that."
Yeah. Reach for the stars.
Yeah, reach for the stars. Reach for the stars. There's a snake in my boot.
Let's reach for the sky. But
I know. God damn it.
So,
Semantics.
yeah.
Jesus.
So, and then another happy scene after that is the funeral, where basically everyone's trying to keep up appearances except Chuck's widow,
Yeah.
who is devastated,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and
She is fraught.
Howard hands her a hanky.
And Howard looking like shit.
Yeah, Howard's not looking good.
He is guilty as fuck.
He's still dressed to the nines, but like
Yeah.
he's wrecked.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it in his face.
Yeah.
God damn. Yeah. Howard. Dude, what's the actor's name? Because I always forget everybody's name all the time. Howard's. Well,
Yes. That
dude
guy.
who plays Howard blank. You are fantastic.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you do a great job.
Eminently hateable.
Well, no, and not just hateable, but like this is the only part where I've actually seen humility.
Patrick Fabian.
Patrick Fabian is fucking awesome, dude.
All the acting in
Yeah.
this show.
Yes. But I mean, you point it out when you see it. You're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, Patrick's an asshole. Patrick's an asshole. Patrick's an asshole. Oh shit, he's showing humility.
He's showing humanity.
Yeah,
He's
humanity.
actually a human being.
Yeah,
It's surprising.
fucking, and empathy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And guilt.
Yeah. No one had to close the door. He didn't have to take the room. Just, yeah.
Right. And is this the scene that comes up where he
He lays out his theory that,
Oh,
Jimmy,
God.
I know you're grieving, but I have to let you know, I also think your brother committed suicide.
Yeah, maybe you should just keep that inside, buddy.
So Jimmy says,
I guess that's a cross you have to bear.
that's your cross to
And
bear.
And then he gets up
Uh-huh.
and he goes and feeds his fish.
Yep.
And you get that same view.
Yep.
And nothing has changed.
Yeah.
He's still happy to
Mhm.
feed his fish, and it looks like that's just that aquarium shot is a window into his soul,
Mm-hmm.
and I loved it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, well, how can you feel that way, knowing that you pretty much caused your brother's death in a roundabout sort of way?
Because of the insurance.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
and ugh, gross. Oh no.
I think it shows how cold Jimmy can be.
Yeah.
And also,
now.
it was almost a, well, not even almost. It was a passive-aggressive kind of fuck you to Howard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because he's like, I have to let you know this thing, and I know it's going to break you.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I got to go feed my fish. You need some coffee?
You want
Like,
some
who needs a
coffee?
top-up?
Oh man. But you look at Kim.
Mhm.
Kim knows something's up.
Yeah.
Kim knows Jimmy that well.
That's his brother. Like, it
Yeah.
has to affect him.
Yeah. But you just Kim's looking at him like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Something's not right.
Yeah.
This is a great episode.
Yeah, then the next scene is credits.
And
End credits.
credits. Shout out to Dave Porter.
That's right. Dave Porter, once again, killing it with the music.
I know this is what I mean. How many years off are we? Am I watching this
From when it aired?
from when it aired?
This is this year's.
Oh, okay. Hey guys, everyone, seriously, great fucking job. Great goddamn job.
Yeah.
This is a well put together casting. Fuck, dude.
Mm-hmm.
If I need casting for something one day,
If I could
could
afford
only-
you.
No, I'm just saying If I could afford, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. If if those stars are aligned and I need casting, you guys are doing it for me because holy shit, that's amazing.
Yeah. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Every character is distinct.
Yeah.
Like they all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And the direction is wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And the camera angles,
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Like these are shots where you could be a mouse in the room, you could be a bug in the trash can, you could be a bird on the windowsill.
They put the camera in all kinds of weird places.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now that that episode is over, any thoughts besides it's spectacular all
Yeah.
around?
Yeah. So what's gonna happen with Nacho?
Mhm.
That one's really got me going.
Because Gus saw something in Nacho,
Yeah.
and this is the
Gus
sort of
is
world where,
suspicious.
yeah, if there's the slightest inkling that you're into something, the
Well,
cartel might murder your family.
here's something too, okay? If Gus is wanting to take over,
Mhm.
okay, which I'm pretty sure he is, he's not going to want somebody that's going to kill him
Yeah.
or try to kill him. So it's possible he's already got it out for Nacho,
Mm-hmm.
and that's not good.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I mean, he's watching Nacho for sure,
yeah, yeah,
and you can do a lot of things once someone's under surveillance,
Yeah.
but yeah, not a lot of them end well.
no, and one of the things you don't want to do while you're under surveillance is throw
Dispose
drugs.
of evidence.
Yeah, throw evidence into the water
Yeah.
or into off a bridge.
Well, he knows exactly where that evidence is because the tracker's on his car. So he just walks,
Yeah.
13 meters or whatever. Like he could actually find that container if he was so
Well, it was
inclined.
water though.
Yeah.
It went into the water, so
Yeah.
it got washed away.
Depending on the current, yeah.
Yeah. And it isn't like they're going to dredge that up.
No, it's not likely. But I'm just saying that that's the level of surveillance he's
Yeah.
under.
Yeah.
Like nothing he does is not known.
The music during Mike's infiltration,
Yes.
fucking
So
amazing.
great.
I love that music.
There was some flute in there.
That was great.
Yeah.
It was beady and bouncy.
Yeah.
It was not meaty.
It was happy. It was happy. Mike was as happy doing that as Jimmy is feeding his fish.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Brought it all back around.
I have purpose.
Exactly. And the fact that like, yeah, he was doing something that was like, in any other context it would be criminal, but like because that was his job was security.
Yeah.
It's like security's nebulous.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Exactly.
what is security? And he's like, well, I will engage security.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the next episode, season 4.
What's it called?
Episode 2 is entitled Breathe.
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 Well, that's what you do if you get out of a house with smoke in it.
Nice.
Breathe. Kind of what I want to do.
Sure.
This is a suspenseful episode. So
Yeah.
hopefully the next one will slow down a bit.
That's the first time you've ever said that. Where you're like, I really hope the next one's not so intense. You're always like, all right, this one was pretty good, but I think it's really going to ramp up. And now you're like, I'd like a little less intrigue. If we
Yeah.
could.
Yeah. I think
You're
yeah.
in the life with Nacho. You are
Yeah.
with Mike. You're with Jimmy.
Yeah.
And like they're all soul crushing places to be.
Yeah.
Right now, Mike's able to afford to take care of his family, though. So like Mike's
Yeah,
in a pretty
That's
decent
in it.
place.
Yeah.
Nacho's
definitely
in hell.
a good place. I wonder though. So what will be the ramifications of Mike's visit?
Yeah.
His infiltration. Are they gonna go? What the fuck are you doing?
Right.
Oh, I'm doing my job.
Yeah, he already told him what
Yeah.
he's doing. He
Oh.
went right up
This is my job, motherfucker.
right up to the supervisor. He said, "Here's all of your holes, and
Yeah.
you need to fix, like, you're not using your cameras properly,
Right.
and like there's stuff on the bulletin boards that shouldn't be on the bulletin boards."
Here's something. When I first saw, when we first found out that there was a car outside in the dark watching Nacho throw evidence off the bridge,
Yeah.
I thought it was Mike.
Okay.
I honestly thought, oh shit. Well, okay, this is good because this, but it wasn't Mike.
Wasn't Mike.
It wasn't Mike. Oh no.
Scary cartel guy.
Yeah, yeah, scary. I'll do whatever you need,
Mm-hmm.
cartel guy. Oh god damn. So and then okay, so I want to find out. I want to know what. I guess predictions. Predictions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any
So-
thoughts? Kim's gonna continue to wrap her arm for
Kim-
showers.
Yes. Until the cast comes off in 6 weeks.
Mhm.
3 to 6, I guess.
Well, who knows how much time passes between
Well, yeah,
any
depending on
individual
how
episode.
bad it is, it
Yeah.
could be 3 months.
Right.
Um,
But her face is still messed up, so probably was pretty recent.
not so bad. It's just a lot of time passed
Yeah.
during this episode.
Yeah.
I would imagine 3-4 days
Okay.
had passed, so she was looking much better. You know, even frumpy, Kim looks fucking awesome.
Yes,
And
you're
what
in love with Kim.
I am, I can't help it.
So you predict that you'll be in love with Kim
Yep,
in,
that's going to
in the
continue.
ensuing episodes.
Um,
What will Jimmy
Kim-
do?
Kim's gonna get it out of Jimmy what the hell's going on. I still think that he is like just forthright with her. Like he will not lie. I mean, yeah, maybe he will, but it's
Jimmy
only
might lie to
only when
everyone.
he's scheming.
Yes.
Only when he's scheming.
Right.
So you got that going for you.
And you'll
Jimmy.
feel bad about it.
Oh yeah.
That's what
I-
Chuck said.
I just Kim's gonna find something out, and it's not gonna be good.
Fair. What else? How do you think Nacho's new life is going to be now that he's not under Don Hector? Because Don Hector can't call any shots right now.
I think he's in a world where he doesn't know.
Yeah.
He just has no idea what's going on. Maybe it'd be better for him, but not if Gustavo thinks he's a murderer. You know.
Hold for the train. I wonder if that's a typical thing.
So I think
Oh, the train's gone. Cool.
Yeah.
And we're back.
I can't remember where I was.
Nacho.
Well, all right. So Nacho's entering a world of the unknown,
Mhm.
and so he has, and Gustavo is, of course, watching him. So my prediction is that Gustavo's gonna either try to snuff him out or catch him red-handed doing whatever.
Hmm.
But Gustavo is also trying to take over that territory.
Yeah.
And he told the Dawn, he said, I think somebody's trying to take over.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Someone's going to make a move.
yeah, that's what he said. And
Yeah.
it'll mean war, and what was it all?
It brings war.
It brings war, it brings
which
chaos,
brings chaos. It brings the
which brings the DEA.
yeah, which is worse
Yeah.
than war and chaos combined.
Oh, progression.
La Dia.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sounds scary the way he says it.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so Nacho is entering an unknown world, and Gus is basically the god of that world.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately. Hopefully, I'm hopeful for Gus because I like Gus. How can you not like Gus for the horrible things that he does?
Yeah,
even?
he's scary and charismatic.
Yeah. I'm
He'll feed some firefighters.
Right now, I
And
think
he'll-
Jimmy's okay,
Yeah.
but I wonder about Kim
Yeah.
finding out about Jimmy's little exploits at the. I don't know. I don't know if she will find out. She might get it out of him.
About what?
His exploits at the insurance company,
Okay.
which may or may not have led to his brother's death.
Mm-hmm.
Inadvertently.
May have contributed to his brother's death.
Yeah. May have. Yeah. We'll just say that.
Right.
And Mikey.
We're
I think
becoming
Mikey's-
lawyers from
Mikey's
watching this
doing
show.
good. Huh?
I said we're becoming lawyers from watching this show.
Hey, you got to get
Killed
your
his
shout
brother.
out to Legal Eagles, right?
Hell yeah! Shout out to Legal Eagle. Absolutely.
Is it Legal Eagles plural?
No,
or-
it's one dude.
Oh, okay.
Legal Eagle. I've seen many of your videos. Steve hasn't seen any, but we keep him in the box.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we can't really hold that against him. All right. Any other thoughts?
Oh, it's good to be out of the box.
Well, sure, for a minute.
Yeah.
Going right back in.
Until the next episode.
Indeed. So, next episode, season 4,
Breathe.
episode 2, Breathe. This is Better Call Saul before Breaking Bad. We will check in with you guys a little later.
Thanks for listening, folks.
Take it easy.
Be good.